Hi guys, my name is Sam Adams. I'm from Sam Adams Fitness. I'm a huge combat sport fan, so I love boxing, kickboxing, martial arts, MMA, any of that, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some videos up here, and I'm going to teach you some of the basics of those things. I'm going to start with boxing, and if you're ever interested in boxing at all, this is something to check out. It's going to be for basics. And if you're doing it for a self-defense part of it, or if you're doing it for fitness part of it, you'll get something out of this every time. So definitely check it out, stay tuned, and we'll get into it. Okay guys, one of the biggest things in boxing, one of the biggest things other than, the positioning, the stances and all that, which we'll also have videos on too. But one of the best punches and the most important punches of the whole boxing thing is the jab. Now, the jab is definitely underused, and people don't use it. I don't know why. It makes perfect sense. You get your distance. You can hurt somebody. You can pop them in the nose and their eyes water. There's a lot of different things you can do with the jab. All right. I have my son here. His name is also Sam Adams, but we call by Sammy. He's going to be helping me demonstrate this here. He's going to be the demonstrator. So we're going to get into the jab. So the jab, there's important things about the jab. Now, anytime you hit anything, right, you risk hurting your hands, right? Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, you risk hurting your hands anytime you hit anything. So this is why I'm very big on technique and that kind of stuff too. So when you do this, you have proper technique, proper angles, everything else too, and that'll reduce the risk of being hurt. And it'll increase your effectiveness of the punch, right? So the jab. Number one, jab is used for distance. So if Sammy's standing right here, and I'm right here, and I'm here, right? Now, if I'm going to just do a wild punch on him, I need to know where he's at, right? And if I do that and I miss, boom, I'm wide open, he can come right back and catch me, right? So the distance is a distance thing. Oh, boom, I'm right here. I'm this far away, so I know if I'm that far away, I'm good for that one, okay? I know there. I know if I'm there at the end of my punch there, I know I can't hook unless I step in and hook. Okay, so it's a distance thing, right? So you get your distance. Another aspect of it is if he keeps coming at me, boom, boom, pop this out a few times. It's not a power hit at all, but if he gets popped in the nose a couple times, he's probably not gonna keep coming, right? So it's a distance, it's a defensive thing too, right? And then another thing is that you can use it for like a type of power punch, right? And it's not gonna be as powerful as the straight right or anything like that. Now, granted, this is also if you're right-handed. Now, if you're left-handed, everything is opposite, okay? You're strong-handed with left hand, so you do the opposite. So if you're left-handed, you would switch your feet, your right foot go forward, and then you would be punching, you'd be jabbing with your right, okay? But in this situation, I'm right-handed, Sammy's right-handed, so we have our left foot forward, okay? Now, it's shoulder width apart, too, so the feet aren't very far apart. They're nice and comfortable, so you can move, right? So the jab is there, right? Now you can do a power one where basically you kind of throw a little bit twisting the body also with it, right? You start using your hip a little more, you start using the body with it. So you can do the quick jab or the power jab, right? So not too much of a difference. We'll go over all that too. But before you start walking around and hitting the bag, what do I always say? What's the most important part about doing something? Every time I've coached you in any sport you've done, is it always go as fast as you can and hit it right away, do it?
Do it right, then do it fast.
Do it right and then do it fast. Exactly. Speed and power will come if you do it the right way. And the most efficient way is the fastest, okay? So you'll develop that. If you start just a full out swing power, but you're doing this type of thing, you're losing from here, boom, a lot faster, a lot more efficient. You actually use less energy doing it, okay? So jab, important things about the jab. Okay, get in position, we're gonna do this, right? Now when you're there, first thing you're gonna notice, he's gonna take a step forward. Till his shoulders, I always tell kids, good posture, keep your shoulders back. You should do that normally, but in boxing, you kind of roll your shoulders forward. Now there's reasons for it, and part of it is because if your shoulders are back and you punch, it's actually all out of alignment. Your shoulders, you can cause impingements and things like that. Roll your shoulder forward, you punch, it's all in alignment. Okay, so it won't hurt, so it's less injury, right? Plus, if you're already rolled forward on it, boom, if you're here and you have to roll forward, it's people can see it coming. So shoulders are forward already, right? Now when he punches, his hands are going to be up here, right? Your guard is right here. Elbows tucked because you're protecting your body. You're here right by your cheek, right? Maybe here or here. This is about the distance you want, right? So his hands are up here. He's protecting up here and protecting here, okay? Now his jab, this is the tricky part. Now I want you to go this way. Now there's a couple different ways to throw a jab. A lot of wrong ways, and there's basically one right way. So here, a lot of people, first thing they do is they go like this. And they punch, okay? So your first instinct is to lift your elbow and punch, right? And punch, right? Not the way you want to do it. If you are doing that, you're going to keep your elbow in. Because as soon as you go like this, if you lift your elbow, boom, I'm hitting right in the ribs. Sorry, that hurt? Okay. So your hand's up here. Here, it's going to go out, straight, and turn. Okay? So, and then when you come back, it's like this. So if you're standing on this side, right, and there's a wall right here, he shouldn't touch me with his elbow. See that? See how close I am? He can still do the punch, and I'm standing right next to him here. So that's one way to practice. If you need to practice with it, keep your elbow down, stand next to a wall, punch. As long as your elbow doesn't hit the wall, you're good. That's what you're doing. So you kind of lead with your elbow initially. You turn your hand over, right? So it's facing this way, right? And you bring your hand back. Now do that again. Boom, there. So now, one thing I want to show on here is do the punch and hold it out. One position, things you really want to focus on. This should be slightly down because you want this flat. All right? If your wrist is up like this and you punch, which way is the force going to go? Force is going to push it back that way, right? You're here, it's down and you punch, the force is going to push it this way, right? And that's, your wrist is not strong enough to handle that. So if your wrist is straight, all right, go this way, you can see it here, like that. Now another thing, see his knuckles right here, these two knuckles? It's the first two knuckles, right? They're pointed towards him now. Why we do that is because there's these bones that travel all through here. You got all these little bones, right? But they kind of line up here. And if you do it this way, it actually lines up with these bones in the forearm. And then if this is almost straight, right? Then it'll travel through here and all the extra force will go up into here, preventing injury, okay? So when you're punching, if you're punching here, bad idea, it'll break your wrist, or here, right? If you punch in this way, which unfortunately some boxers do that, they punch and they hit with these knuckles, well, the force will go out this way and it'll break these fingers. You're pointing these right here, and it's all in line right here, then that force will take it that way. So, a little science lesson for you guys too. All right, so those are important things. So I want to see you line up, do the jab again. Yep, and then bring it back. Forward, back. Now I want you to try it on the bag a couple times. I want you to watch here now. He's going to have shoulder by his cheek. By his cheek. Hand up there, elbow in. Head, your chin down too. That's the other thing too. Your chin's got to kind of be tucked because your chin's up, you get hit. All right, so let's see it. Yep, he's going to extend it out there, right? That's all he's doing right there. Watch the elbow. Yep, there you go. Back up to your cheek, all the way up. Make sure you're defending, because as soon as you don't bring it, if you leave it out there, you're going to get hit in the face. You don't want that. So chin up, or fist up, out, and then back. Okay? Now you notice he's not doing a lot of power stuff. He's not doing anything like that. So in this situation, you're here, boom, boom. All right? And then once you get that down, I want that perfect alignment, right? I want you to, once you feel that, you should feel the vibration all the way up here. If you're just feeling it in your hand and just in this part of it, then that means you're not doing it right. Line it up so you feel the vibration go all the way up. Okay? Boom. Once you do that, then the next step is to go a little bit faster. You're going to pop it out and bring it back. Now do it again. Now, that's another option. So now what I want you to do is focus more on pulling it back faster than you put it out. Okay. Faster. Yep. Boom. You see that? Okay, so that's not anything too complicated right now, but it's a huge thing, right? And eventually we'll get into moving around, and I'll do more on the jab. But I think right now these are the things I want you to focus on, is keeping your arm straight, keeping the impact solid. See where his guard is up there by his cheek. If it's not by his cheek, he's gonna get it, right? So he keeps it up there. His elbow stays in, extends out, extends back. All right, now, if you look at this now, his hand, I don't know if you can see it a little bit red, right? Now, you can see that it's a little red over here, which does show that there's some impact on those knuckles there, but the primary was right here. Okay, so when you hit that, you're gonna hit a bag, you're gonna touch those a little bit. So if it's a little red, that's okay. But if these are all red and these aren't, then that means you're not hitting with the right part of your hand. So you're going to hit with these two big knuckles right here. All right, and when you hit, everything is straight. See that? Straight there is what you want, that way. So, do you have anything to add to this?
I do not.
Do not. All right, so we'll go on to the next video. So if you're liking these videos like this, I'm gonna get more in depth. We'll have more actual workout type of stuff and more drills and that kind of stuff for a cardio aspect. But we gotta get the basics down first. I don't want anyone to get hurt. So if you like these, great, subscribe, like the channel. You can share it with your friends, you wanna do that. The notification bell is huge, because if you don't hit that, it won't pop up that your actually next video is up when I put another video on. So you're gonna wanna do that. Hit the notification bell, and then every time it'll show you, oh, he's got a new video up. You wanna watch it. So that's a great thing there too. I will give a shout out to him here too. He does have his own YouTube channel. He's big into like Rubik's Cube, juggling, anything sports related. Probably gonna do some trick shots or something at some point. But if you're liking that, it's Sammy Adams SA. We have the same name, Sam Adams. So Sammy Adams SA, we'll put in the description. Also his little brother, who's not out here too, if you like any Minecraft or Pokemon type of stuff, he does those. So that one is Awesome Boy Gamer. I'll put that in the description also. So check those out if you have any kids that like that, or if you like it yourself. All right, with that, I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'll see you next time.
Bye.